Just a quick one today. I've fetched you to a place that I thought I'd never ever return to. It's really spooky. It's a bit of a drive away from home. The weather's not the best, but I've fetched you to Rufford Abbey. There you go, Ghosts of Rufford Abbey. I've never actually seen this because obviously in the past I've always been here in dark, so I'm going to have a read at this. There's quite a few. There's supposed to be the story goes, there's a gentleman buried in Edwinstowe graveyard that died after seeing the monk of the abbey. Supposed to have a skeleton's face apparently. This is quite interesting, the connection to the war, because apparently there are letters from soldiers that refused to stay here during the marine training, because there's a big lake at the other side of the abbey where apparently they used to do some training in preparation for war. But some of the, as I say, some of the soldiers, they didn't want to stay here. See, in the day it's alright, but you can imagine at night it's quite scary. I used to hate coming here. Good evidence, but it was a bit too much. It looks as though I can't get into the main pass. I wanted to show you the freighter and the solarium, which were the two main places we used to investigate. I'll have a walk up and we'll soon find out. Well, unfortunately, as you can see, I can't get to the two places I wanted to show you, which is the freighter, that one, and the solarium through that door. Both very scary places, but the solarium even more so. It's quite a strange place. Even before I set foot in the place, I was asked to listen to audio, and I couldn't work it out, because half of the audio was playful and the other half was really, really nasty and unpleasant. The first audio clip I got was from in the freighter. There was a group of investigators. As I say, I wasn't present, but on playback I heard a voice. The group were taunting each other because obviously places like this, if they're damp and they're cold, they sometimes tend to smell. And somebody said, "Is that you, Pat?" And in the background a young child's voice says, "Pat smells," and it was clear as daylight. So that is the solarium. That is a really spooky place at night. We once did a table tipping session and somebody grabbed me, and it was really, really unpleasant. It frightened me, really unnerved me. So I'm very wary of this place, and I've never been back at night since 2016. This is the first time I've returned. I was actually hoping to get up to the upper level, which is called the upper dorter, or dormitory. That's where the monks would have stayed and rested. And after my bad experience on the table, one of the team members said, "Can you show Andy there's a nice side of this place?" And we've got an EVP, which I'm going to play for you now. Right, animal graveyards. There's actually a Derby winner buried here called Cremone, or Cremone. You have to remember, I've only ever seen this usually at night, so to come back and see it in daytime is quite special. There's some more graves as well. There were the graves of the hunting dogs, I believe, which were obviously a big part of the abbey. Right, I'm just going to take you for a quick nosy at the boating lake, which I mentioned earlier. It was actually used for military marine training in the Second World War, and apparently there's letters from soldiers that refused to stay in the abbey after seeing strange things, which is not a great surprise when you look at its history and what's happened here. Do you know what I mean? It's not a nice place. believe it or not, it's usually a lot nicer than this. If you can imagine, summer's day with pedlos, with families, it's lovely. But it's very cold and very muddy. Still a nice place, but better in summer. Yeah, it is quite an unnerving place at night. I've actually packed in ghost busting on 2 separate occasions because of Rufford. But the very last time I visited, there was an occurrence in the solarium. The team had set up a trigger object. It was a tray of white powder. And when we come back to the trigger object or the powder, someone or something had wrote in it, "Get out." I can't 100% sure, to put it diplomatically, if it was spirit, but from that point on I thought either way it's either spirit or something else, and I never returned, and that's about it. I hope you've enjoyed my walk round. I'm very cold, very wet, so I'm going home now to get some fish and chips. Thank you for watching, and hopefully see you soon.